confidence that seemed to shine from her. He paused, continuing to look. It wasn't that she was beautiful, though she was certainly arresting in her own way. Alexsei couldn't quite put his finger on it, but he was absolutely sure he'd never seen anything quite like her before. This creature who'd come to him using his aunt's name. He had no idea what she wanted, but he had no problem spending the time with her to investigate. "I'm Alexsei. You wanted to see me?" He attempted to keep a cool distance, but something about her pulled him closer. She held a hand out. "I'm maybe Dolan. I hear you're looking for a barber, and I'd like to solve your problem." He started to reply, but she just kept talking. "See, I know you're probably thinking, hey, who is this woman? I haven't even advertised for that opening. And you'd be right, because you don't know me. But I know Mrs. Orlova, and while she was busily shoving extra loaves of bread into my order, she told me to present myself to you and for you to hire me. You've met her, so you know how she is. Frankly, I'm really afraid of her, but she's the main supplier of my carbs, so I tend to just follow her orders." Alexsei was fairly certain she said all that without taking a breath. "Right?" she asked, as if he'd exclaimed it aloud instead of in his head. "I do talk a lot, but I'm good with hair and beards, and I need a job." "Why?" "Which one are you asking about?" She cocked her head, nearly eye to eye with him. Tall. Close up, that energy she seemed to radiate from her enveloped him too. True, she did seem the type to develop a good clientele if she had the talent for it. Some people liked that sort of personality when they came in. She pushed at the hoop in her lip with the tip of her tongue, an unconscious, nervous movement, and he realized he liked it way more than he should have, especially if he was going to give her a job. "All of them. While you're at it, what kind of name is Maybe?" She laughed. "Maybe is a nickname, but one I've used instead of my given name since I was 4. There had to be a story for that. "As for why I talk so much, well, I'm sorry to tell you it's not a nervous habit or anything like that, so it won't go away once I get used to you. This is pretty much how I roll all the time. My sister likes to tell people I talk a lot because I have a lot to say. I think that's the same as when a teacher tells you your kid is spirited instead of wild. I was a spirited kid, as you probably have a really hard time believing." Alexsei realized she was teasing him, and he began to like her, despite his general inclination to find most people annoying. But this Maybe, well, she held him, fascinated at whatever she might do or say next. She grinned at him. "What else do I need to answer? Oh yeah, I'm good with hair and beards because that's what I've been trained in and because I'm awesome, but you can keep that under your hat. I'm also good at punk rock, but I don't think the latter is necessary for the former, except in attitude. In attitude, punk rock is always necessary, don't you agree?" This was, again, one of her rhetorical questions. She didn't even pause for 2 breaths before she continued. "I'm licensed in the state, and I have references and all that. And I need a job because that's how people pay their bills usually." His place tended to be mellow. This creature was not mellow. What would bringing her in do to the overall feel of the place? Sure, some clients would like that, but would some dislike it? "What happened to your last job?" He assumed she'd talked them to death. She took a deep breath, and he saw a flash of vulnerability in her gaze before she straightened her shoulders. "I moved here, from another place. Spokane, I mean." Alexsei needed to shoot this down. There was something cagey about her. But if Irina had sent her, she would have already been judged trustworthy. His aunt would never allow anyone this close to his life if there'd been any doubt. It also probably meant her reasons for moving to Seattle were to help someone else. His aunt loved a hard luck case.